The 12 most mysterious places in the world. Scientists have yet to explain. Hello, Time Gate viewers. I'm John Smith. Dear friends, we always hold a special interest in the mysterious and intriguing when we discuss unusual and uncommon places. Particularly, we become even more excited when we encounter phenomena that science has yet to explain. Below is a list of the 12 most astonishing cases. Number 1. Ain-Dara Temple. Syria is renowned for its ancient temples and captivating stories surrounding them. Among these famous temples is the Ain-Dara Temple, where you can encounter giant footprints at the entrance. These traces have endured for a considerable period, at least 3,300 years, coexisting with the temple's existence. There are numerous hypotheses surrounding these mysterious footprints. Archaeologists believe that they were carved by the very people who constructed the temple and served in the ritual procession of deities into the temple. But many local legends tell that great deities visited the temple and left their footprints there. Some others believe that these footprints belong to the giants who built the temple. There are numerous tales of giants who once inhabited this region, and the footprints at the temple serve as compelling evidence. Another colossal footprint lies in South Africa, once again perplexing scholars. On the surface of a large granite rock, according to geologists, they estimate it to be approximately 200 million years old. This footprint was discovered over 100 years ago in 1912 and boasts an astonishing length of 1.2 meters. Number 2. This 4,000-year-old system has disabled floods in a way that few could have imagined. In ancient China, people implemented measures to cope with floods whenever the rainy season arrived. This discovery was published on August 14th in the Nature Water Journal. The ancient city was planned in a square shape, situated on a 5-meter-high platform, with an area of approximately 50,000 square meters and a length of 185 meters. In 2020, archaeologists excavated some ceramic drainage pipes and gradually discovered that there was an ancient and complete urban drainage system here. Approximately 4,000 years ago, this region had to contend with heavy summer rains, prompting the inhabitants to develop a two-tiered drainage system. The first level consists of a series of parallel drainage channels running alongside the houses and diverting water away from the residential area. The second floor comprises a large number of ceramic drainage pipes, and the construction is carefully planned and extensively executed by various working groups from the entire community. Each pipe has a diameter of approximately 20 to 30 centimeters and a length of 30 to 40 centimeters, like sections fitted together, transporting water over a long distance. Researchers believe that the network demonstrates advanced knowledge of technology and hydrology, something that was previously thought to only exist in highly stratified societies. Number 3. Dragon Sword defends against floods in China. The Wannan Bridge was constructed in 1849 in Guizhou Province, China. This bridge has a length of 40 meters and a width of 6 meters. Underneath the bridge, there hangs a mysterious sword, approximately 2 meters in length, suspended by an iron chain. Local residents claim that the dragon sword is over 175 years old and is hung beneath the bridge as a sacred relic. No one dares to touch it, as it also serves as a formidable weapon against devastating floods. Even when the floodwaters rise high, this bridge never gets submerged. In ancient times, the river would often flow through the village of Nhaklai, and during the rainy season, the water levels would frequently rise, leading to flooding and unfortunate accidents for the local residents. However, the peculiar thing is that since the construction of this stone bridge, the river's water has never once surpassed the bridge's base. The bridge remains resilient even during the most intense rainy and flood seasons. Experts suggest that the practice of hanging the dragon sword beneath the stone bridge is actually a tradition that has existed in many places, including China. The interesting thing is that for over 170 years, despite the ancient sword being considered a treasure and hung beneath the bridge's body, it has never been stolen. Number 4. The Twin Trees in Casorzo, Italy. In a field in Casorzo, Italy, there is a rare and fascinating sight, the phenomenon of conjoined trees, where two entirely different trees grow together on a single trunk. A healthy cherry tree thrives on a mulberry bush, with branches extending over 5 meters long. Vegetation growing on this tree is not uncommon and is referred to as epiphytic vegetation. What makes the double cherry tree in Casorzo unique is that while most epiphytic vegetation tends to be small in size or short-lived, in this case, the cherry tree is quite tall and robust. It comes as no surprise that this unusual tree has become a tourist attraction. It had to be fenced off so that people wouldn't get too close, and climbing the tree was considered illegal. Number 5. Enigmatic Island. Located to the south of Lake Turkana in Kenya, the island of Enigmatic is inhabited by the Turkana tribe, and local residents often refer to it as the island cannot go back. This is associated with legends and myths that suggest no one can return once they have set foot in this place. In 1935, British explorer Vivian Fuchs decided to verify the authenticity of the stories by embarking on an expedition to the region with his colleagues for research purposes. The result was that they could not return. This further intensifies the obsession with this island. Some even believe that the island could be an extraterrestrial base, while Kenyans have the belief that those who descend into the mouth of the giant volcano at the center of the island will be struck by lightning. The photos taken by aircraft flying over the mouth of the volcano show what appears to be the remnants of ancient huts at its center, but no one has had the courage to verify this. Number 6. Abu Ghraib. This is a location in Egypt, situated 15 kilometers south of Cairo. The ancient city is renowned for its temple dedicated to the sun god Ra, built 2,400 years ago. This place once had a pyramid complex with 6 sun temples, but today only ruins of 2 temples remain. They were precisely designed with polished surfaces and smooth holes, as if they had been created using advanced drilling technology. But that's not mysterious enough. There are also some square gypsum discs that bear marks resembling the gears of an engine. This raises challenging questions for scientists. Did the people who lived here have access to advanced technology? And what really happened? Number 7. Barsa Kelms. Barsa Kelms was once the largest island in the vast Aral Sea. However, its fate was closely tied to the Aral Sea, where the water level has significantly receded over the years. As the sea shrank, the island expanded and eventually became a peninsula, merging into the vast steppes of Kazakhstan. The name Barsa Kelms is translated from its original Turkish language, meaning whoever comes here will not return. In 1939, Barsa Kelms was declared a national reserve. However, by the end of the 20th century, it was closed. No one knows what the Soviet Union did there for a long time, but there are rumors that it was used for top-secret research. This place is so strange that all electronic devices and navigation equipment cease to function when entering the area. There have been documented cases of people's skin turning blue after staying too long or being near the plateau. Moreover, there's a commonly told legend about a group of nomads who stayed on the island for what they believed to be 1 year. However, in reality, 30 years had passed. This only adds to the island's mystique and supernatural aura. Number 8. The Hand of Hercules. Even with only 3 fingers remaining, it is still an astonishing sight. This hand is part of the Hercules temple built in the 2nd century. For some reasons, it seems the temple was never completed. In the midst of the ruins in Amman, Jordan, you will find crumbled temples and palaces. You will also discover the shattered remnants of a giant stone hand. It is called the Hand of Hercules. Number 9. A 2,000-year-old curry was discovered in Vietnam. Analysis of plant remains from the 12 ancient stone cooking tools found in Akio, Phoai Son District, and Giang Province, Vietnam. Researchers have discovered traces of rice, turmeric, ginger, galangal, cloves, nutmeg, mace, cinnamon, and other spices as the main ingredients in the curry recipe. According to a study published in the journal Science Advances, researchers from the National University of Australia stated that we have discovered that many spices arrived in Vietnam about 2,000 years ago. These spices were transported from various locations to Akio, contributing to the delicious dishes that people of that era enjoyed. Researchers were quite surprised to discover that the nutmeg and mace seeds they excavated at this site still retain their aroma after 2 millennia. Number 10. Kalahari Desert. The mysterious tale of a lost city in the Kalahari Desert began in 1885, when a Canadian explorer named William Leonard Hunt claimed to have discovered an abandoned city with ancient ruins while trekking across the desert. This has been a historical and archaeological enigma since the late 19th century. In his report to the Royal Geographical Society, he spoke of witnessing buried ruins, including half-collapsed temples, burial grounds, and nearly toppled walls. This spurred the organization of over 25 expeditions throughout the decade. However, none of the expeditions found anything resembling what he had described. Until 1964, A.J. Clement proposed the hypothesis that the explorer Hunt might have been mistaken about the route through the desert and inadvertently took another path. By retracing that path, Clement discovered a series of massive dolerite boulders. Clement concluded that what Hunt had actually seen was nothing more than a natural rock formation dating back 180 million years. However, that explanation did not satisfy everyone. Today, many people continue to search for the lost city of Kalahari. Number 11. Druid Temple. The people living in Swinton in North Yorkshire, England, believe that there is an ancient temple called the Druid Temple in their neighborhood. From the outside, it looks like an ancient temple. However, in reality, it was built just 2 centuries ago by a landowner with a peculiar idea. William Danby, who lived in Swinton in the 1820s, was a wealthy and generous man. To address the local unemployment situation, he paid dozens of residents to build a temple resembling Stonehenge. After its completion, he offered a huge reward to anyone who could live there for 7 years. Many people attempted, but none succeeded. Although it's not truly an ancient temple, it still attracts priests to visit every summer solstice. Number 12. Gunjawamp. Gunjawamp in Groton, Connecticut, USA is a location that perplexes archaeologists and historians. For at least 1,400 years, this settlement has been used and reused by various groups of people, all of whom have left their own marks on the place. At Gunjawamp, there are stone chambers and stone circles engraved on the walls that don't correspond to any known language. There are numerous traces of human occupation and artifacts from the Native Americans. However, it's impossible to determine where one historical period ends and another begins, or even who were the first inhabitants. Electronic activity has also been detected here. Scientists believe that this is due to the composition of magnetic rocks, granite, and quartz. Archaeologists are still striving to find evidence to explain the mysteries surrounding a quartz stone tool that's at least 3,500 years old. There are also theories suggesting it might be an extraterrestrial base. Hopefully, in the not-too-distant future, we will have answers to these questions. It's fascinating to know that there are still many mysterious places in the world. Do you know of any other places like that? Please leave a comment below so that everyone can know. And as always, if you find this video meaningful, please give TimeGate a like and hit the subscribe button to receive our latest videos. Thank you sincerely for watching. John Smith signing off, and see you soon.